Gold cover pro library in Korea and Singapore. Mantap. Impal macam terjadi yang terjadi.
Saya mencoba menyanyikan sebuah lagu ini dan tidak tadi oke Solo Raya Kumo Sekutu
Sewati tak takoni
nanging
kabeh padha ra ngerteni lungamu ning endi pirantu aku goleki seprene durung bisa nemoni wis tak coba
Please be invited to the zero of the score of the Vietnam and Macau and second score of Brazil and Portugal. The score is Star Island and Norway. The fourth score Ireland and Canada. The fifth score Netherlands and Sweden. I propose now. On the sixth score Uzbekistan and Lithuania. On the seventh score Hungary and Russia. The eighth score Estonia and Czech Republic. And the ninth score New Zealand and Scotland.
Can Dovizioso pounds at the final corner? He's got the inside line. Here comes Andrea Dovizioso. He retaliates. Way up front row, Marc Marquez's 50th Premier Class pole position with Valentino Rossi and Andrea Dovizioso joining him on hard option rear tyres. Row 3, headed by quickest Alex Rins and Alvaro Bautista, Franco Morbidelli, Taka Nakagami, who decided to go for that. Paul Espargaro, Xavier Simeon, and Tito Rabat's injury replacement, Jordi Torres in 21st, with Tom Lucci and Scott running on the back. Dice, the only man who's gambled on the factory Aprilia for this historic first ever time MotoGP race. The latest.
There we go for the warm-up lap. Well, Thailand, this is the moment you've been waiting for since September. 100,000 people. You've got to believe that it would be more. Now, if you're wondering why, and it's the bottoms of some of the grandstands where, of course, there's no shade, people are avoiding different circuit that he's raced at during his Grand Prix career. An astonishing number. Different matter today, who knows?
13 years Valentino Rossi's been on a factory Yamaha. He's never gone 5 races. Maverick Vinales, he's leading the way on this warm-up lap. What can he do from 4th place? The French Grand Prix in Le Mans back in May 2017. Rossi and Yamaha winless since the with Marc Marquez and Andrea Dovizioso. Who is going to create history and be our first ever MotoGP?
No Lorenzo here today. Factory Ducati rider Andrea Dovizioso riding to the line. Valentino Rossi second, going through his rituals and his routines. Dovizioso. It's Thailand time here in MotoGP. On the grid before we can go. Hopefully he's okay. I think he's got the bike running. He has, which means we are going Thailand. A terrible start from Andrea Iannone on that second row, but Marc Marquez got away down to 4th.
A few riders, I think Jack Miller and Danny Pedrosa were in hot the first corner. They were well wide. Marquez then got the dream start from his through at turn number 3. He's not going to be tight enough. Dovizioso pounces on the inside of Cal Crutchlow though. Dovizioso quickly.
Of Marc Marquez, is he eyeing up a move into the really quick turn 4? No, he stays there for now. He's already making a move. Johan Zarco's up there as well. Jack Miller just behind them, and then the 2 Suzukis.
Yeah, good start from Zarco. Pressure from Valentino Rossi, then Dovizioso and Crutchlow. Jack Miller was out wide the first corner. He recovered to get himself for the man who was quickest here in Buriram at the test 8 months ago.
We're now entering sector 4. This has been Valentino Rossi. He's just got so much drive and the inside line, but he can't quite do it. He stays put for now as they all.
Who struggled on the first lap on the 2nd of the factory Suzuki's then. Iannone has 4 back though. So Marquez you were off the line on that front row of the grid. Cal Crutchlow picks up 1 place from 5th to 4th.
Played sweeping line for the Repsol Honda of 93. Marc Marquez out front. Ducati rider Dovizioso couldn't.
So on board then with Valentino Rossi, looking forward to the menacing MotoGP career. Have all come from that front row of the grid. Maverick Vinales doing his best to fend off the. He has got it actually. I just saw that commentary box window. Then Zarco has snatched 5th place from Vinales, going through turn.
Marc Marquez, is he close enough now to have a go as we around turn 10? Then flick right to. He's not quite close enough. He doesn't fancy it just yet. Valentino Rossi.
The speed that Rossi carries here in the main grandstand in Buriram just erupts every time Valentino Rossi comes into view. Vinales can't pick his way through back place from Alex Rins. Fastest lap of the race has gone to Ducati's Andrea Dovizioso. It's a new record, of course. First ever on that second lap. Barely split. 32.579 for Marquez, 32.529 last time around than Valentino Rossi.
It's Honda, Yamaha, Ducati, Honda. Maverick Vinales in 5th, just around turn number 6 we go. We'll flick right then into turn 7. Here's Jack Miller, he's in 7th.
Just one of 5 riders in this field as well that's opted for the medium front tyre. So how long will that stay front? What you gain in braking stability and straight line braking, you'll of course lose in turning and corner-hopping power of the hard tyre. Cal Crutchlow can't force his way through as yet on his former Ducati and Tech 3 Yamaha.
But the race goes to Marc Marquez. The corner speed he carries through turn 12 is impressive, and he's into the 31s. There's Natchins here of Valentino Rossi.
He didn't half-stretch him on that lap, didn't he, Marquez? He took 4/10 of a second. Rossi a 132.1. Dovizioso a 132.3. So
Towards turn number 5 we go. Marquez from Rossi, Dovizioso, Crutchlow and Vinales. Alex Rossi though has closed that gap down. It's again in that middle part of the circuit where Rossi is able. It's one line.
Not sure who it was, but he got run wide out at turn 1, Steve. He lost 5 places straight away. Didn't get a bad start from 7th, but Danny Pedrosa, although that said he has now got up into 9th, so he's on the charge on this lap. Found a way through on Patrice
lap, and as we go across the line, a 31.5 from Rossi, a 31.4 from Dovizioso, so the pace is all...
And Vinales have responded immediately, straight away when they need to. Oh, Valentino Rossi moves out the slipstream. Valentino leads the Thai Grand Prix, made his move on that run down to turn 3 on Marc Marquez. Rossi leads here in Thailand.
Barely hear ourselves think here in the commentary box. Just in the background there, Zarco struggling to live with this pace in 6th, although he is going to try and go out there and maybe have another go at it. So Rossi leads when he comes up to his Grand 4,
where we know Valentino Rossi has been in a league of his own all weekend. He's been supreme in 46 years, but it's their number 46, their talisman, that's leading the way here in Thailand, trying to end on Marc Marquez. Marc Marquez on this lap number 5 then has lost 2 places. He led at the start of this lap.
Marquez's lap time of 32.8, miles off what he posted a moment ago.
Have a good early look at them.
Well, he's
Give
clever.
himself plenty of time to work out where their strengths and weaknesses are. Crutchlow and Vinales are just off the back of that podium battle right now. Crutchlow's a couple of tenths keeping himself on the coattails of Johan Zarco in the battle for 6th.
Dovizioso starting to warm up his presence in a moment.
Well, on the last lap, Steve, lap 5 compared to lap 4 for Rossi. Rossi was 6 tenths slow, 132.1. There was a massive chasm between Rossi, Dovizioso and Marc Marquez. Just be wanting to have a little bit of a look early doors here at what Dovizioso and Rossi have got.
No one can lay a finger on him unless they work out what he's doing differently and can close up on them.
There's been a few times where the Yamaha has run out of grip. When the tyres start to wear, we know this Buriram circuit, its wheel spin better. Have they been able to extract a bit more durability out of that rear tyre? We'll find out over the next back to Brno. He was in the podium hunt for a long, long time with Lorenzo, Dovizioso and Marquez, and then just enough rear grip left to respond.
Yeah, he started 2nd on that day, and he finished 4th. Oh, look at his nearest and dearest hit. On board now with Andrea Dovizioso on the Ducati, now into turn 9.
Well, there's unfamiliar territory this losing streak is for Yamaha. They're not accustomed to 320 race laps we've had prior to this race. They'd led 5 of those 320.
Actually, out of that final corner as well, and we go across the line and a 31.6 from Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, but the next lap, Rossi pings himself straight back into 131.6s, and that drags Dovizioso Marquez flat. And right behind him, the likes of Zarco, Miller, Rins, Pedrosa and Petrucci were all able to keep...
On Maverick Vinales, he's 6th at the moment. That would be his first top 6 for a very long time if he stayed there.
Valentino Rossi, a race leader, did a 131.6. Andrea Iannone back in 11th place now. Good dogfight going on here between Petrucci, Pedrosa and Alex Rins.
At the moment.
Well, of course, crucially for Cal Crutchlow, Steve, if he carries on keeping himself in this podium battle with Johan Zarco and Chip Battle, nobody can get close to Rossi in sector 4. It's still Andrea Dovizioso as lat. The 3 men behind him, Dovizioso, Marquez and Crutchlow, they all do. Then the doctor.
You get the feeling that Maverick Vinales is just starting to get into flow now as well, so this could be a fox to try and move ahead of Jack Miller in the background, and I'm not sure if it's worked out. I think he might have been of Andrea Dovizioso through turn 4, now up towards turn 5.
And Danilo Petrucci coming through turn number 4. A bit further down the field, it's Zarco, Miller, Rins, Pedrosa and Petrucci, big star, then gambled on the soft rear tyre. He's 13th, Bradley Smith 14th, and Happy Cyrene in 15th place. Have to be crowned Rookie of the Year this year.
Sector 4 still being dominated by Valentino Rossi. He's got another couple of team laps to go. It's still Rossi that leads from Andrea Dovizioso, then Marquez, Crutchlow and Jack Miller. Danilo Petrucci takes up 10th spot at the moment.
You're absolutely bang on the money about Maverick in between the lap times of this top 5 at all. Rossi 131.7, Dovizioso 131.7.
Just get a feeling that Dovizioso is weighing up a move here and rehearsing a turn 3. He's been one of the quickest riders through sector 1, and no surprise there.
Well, slipstream in the Yamaha for the Ducati. Compared to the Yamaha, it can strip the paint off Valentino Rossi's M1 as it goes down that 1 kilometre start straight.
Dovizioso and Marquez, they look a bit closer to the number 46 on this lap, but here we are into sector 4.
He's got into a serious rhythm at the moment, Rids. He's dragging Dani Pedrosa with him. They've left Jackman, world champion, the 2018